This is interesting. This here is not the natural way that a silver birch would branch. So something's happened there.
Magic?
To make it, not magic, to make it bush like that. And
what do you think it has?
There's going to be an explanation which you could check up online. There'll be an organism that chooses to get inside the bark of silver birch specifically and promote that kind of bushy growth so that its eggs can generate new life from that source there.
The organism chooses to do that, do you think?
Yeah, it'll be one of those many symbiotic processes where one organism cohabits the body of another organism, and if it's clever enough it won't do anything that's totally detrimental and destroy that host body. So it's a parasitic existence that gives rise to that, but I don't have a clue what it's called. But we'll find out later. The things I want to do add up to more time than I've got. So I'm going to have to make some choices.
You have to make some choices, like the organism that made that choice to
inhabit,
be a parasite.
It would have a methodology of its own that would be instinctive, I think, to find out a suitable branch to sit in.
Exactly. So that's the interesting thing, that choice isn't the right word.
No.
But if it had the capacity to choose, that would be quite a reasonable thing to do.
It's choosing, it's following its instincts, and when it finds the place, it says to itself, without using words, of course, this feels right. Because over time, I expect they've worked out that a certain condition in the silver birch tree is the one that is going to be most effective for accommodating the intrusion I'm about to make. We've got to look this thing up. What kind of gall is it? That's
what we do. Did you see, Mum, the Darwin book now has a new function, it's evolved.
Oh, where is it then?
You see the vase?
Oh yeah.
In the vase is
Oh.
my phone and the Darwin book.
Okay.
Which has an evolving function. I'll move this vase out your way.
Thank you.
This table's alright, but some of them, you look like, what's living in that? And you're using that to eat your lunch off of, sort of thing.
What's living in the table stuff?
Yeah.
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 What's living in this tree? Obviously, organisms.
Yeah. Have you looked up on Facebook what I sent you as a message yet?
No. Oh, did you send me something about parasites? About the...
Yeah.
The gall.
Ah.
We've got to look this thing up. What kind of gall is it? That's
That we
need
do.
to know. Have you looked up on Facebook what I sent you as a message yet?
No. Oh, did you send me something about parasites? About the...
Yeah.
The gall.
Ah.
So something's happened there
Magic?
to make it, not magic, to make it bush like that.
What do you think it has?
There's going to be an explanation which you could check up online. So the gall is the effect that it has on the tree. Well, the intriguing thing is that we know that that particular gall is called, and I think you'll find it irresistible, which is broom.
Witch's broom.
Therefore associated with magic.
There we go. I can document the genesis of your belief in magic.
Yeah, right.
Having a son like this is not easy, is it? Happy New Year from Into the Field here in 2021. We'll continue with these daily 1-minute shorts on Facebook and Instagram. Also on YouTube, the 45-minute Let It Hatch series will continue, just not every single week. So Let It Hatch number 10 will hit YouTube on January 10th. We'll return to Antonio Damasio's Looking for Spinoza, where it's highlighted that Spinoza's ultimate preoccupation was the relation of human beings to nature. He attempted to clarify that relationship so he could propose realistic means for human salvation. So in Let It Hatch number 10, we'll return also to this tree, and if my assistant will please turn that camera around now, to this parasite, the witch's broom, the brainless organism that somehow found it good to grow on this tree, back when it was at soggy cover, which turns out to have a different name, also to be revealed in Let It Hatch number 10. on January 10th. One final question about fake Christmas trees is this one. Back in the article, What Does Nature Mean?, we recognise that there is a tendency in our culture to gravitate towards this first definition just here, where that which is natural is distinguished from that which is artificial. From the perspective of that first definition, the plastic tree is more artificial than the spruce, planted in order to get collected before Christmas, which in turn is less natural than the one from a regenerated spruce forest. It says we could add that in a Cartesian point of view, the plastic tree is made of the same atoms as a live tree.
Yeah, that is pedantic. That's just saying everything is natural because it has atoms.
It might be helpful to distinguish what's natural from what is real.
What was that?
In Let It Hatch 10, we'll see how the Spinozan path to wellness is founded on that definition. One last thing about the witch's broom before we move on to a new week. In the closing paragraph of this book, Spinoza, Practical Philosophy, Deleuze reflects on how Spinoza has often been associated with the wind. And indeed, in the epigraph to the same book, one individual, Malamud, describes his encounter with Spinoza as like a journey on a witch's broom. Right here are some quotations from Deleuze, to which we'll return in depth in Let It Hatch 10, coming to YouTube on January 10th. That's just on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe in the meantime.